Good afternoon, and welcome to From Where We Are, stories of news and culture through the lens of USC and Southern California. I'm Malcolm Caminero, coming to you live from Studio B in USC's Annenberg Media Center.
And I'm Nandini Mani. It's Tuesday, the 9th of April. On today's show, Ozempic at Costco. The 99-cent store is closing their doors, and a wushu tournament in Los Angeles. All that and more
from where we are.
Now, for today's headlines, we have Dylan Brazier. Thank you for joining us today, Dylan.
Thank you guys very much. Starting off, the Arizona Supreme Court revived the total abortion ban from the year 1864. The ruling makes abortion a felony and punishable by 2 to 5 years in prison for anyone who performs one or helps a woman obtain one. Next up, the parents of Michigan school shooter Ethan Crumbley have been sentenced to 10 to 15 years in the prison for their role in the attack. His parents, Jennifer and James Crumbley, were each found guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter in separate trials earlier this year. And now we have some Earth-related news for you. The Environmental Protection Agency is moving forward with President Biden's commitment to environmental justice. They're hoping to reduce pollution by over 6,000 tons of toxic air each year with the new regulation on chemical plants. This is an effort to cut cancer risks and limit pollution from chemical plants. April showers bring May flowers. Thanks to a wet fall and winter, the upcoming spring superbloom is anticipated to be especially beautiful. The Antelope Valley Poppy Reserve has a Facebook live stream that allows people to view the flowers in real time. The International Court of Justice ruled that Switzerland was in violation of human rights. According to the ICJ, this is a result of their failure to appropriately address the climate crisis. The landmark case was brought on by 2,000 elderly Swiss women, marking a historic win. Last but not least, if you're someone that happens to sleep with a nightlight, there might be an interesting solution in store for you. Biotechnology firm Light Bio has launched these glow-in-the-dark petunias that you can purchase for just $29. They're called Firefly petunias and emit a green glow because they contain genes from a light mushroom. The flowers look white during the day, and in the dark, they glow with a faint green. Thank you guys, and back to Nandini and Malcolm.
Thank you, Dylan. We appreciate your time.
Of course.
It was 99 cents. Copping it, washing it. About to go and get some compliments. Passing up on those moccasins. Someone else has been walking in. Bummy and grungy fucking man. I am stunting and flossing and saving my money in the
As of last week, the 99-cent stores have announced their decision to close their doors. To learn how it will impact the community, Lana Diab has more.
99-cents only stores have recently announced the closure of all 371 of their stores located in California, Arizona, Nevada, and Texas. Customers of the store are mourning the loss of this economic chain which sold produce, merchandise, and other goods at a reasonable price. The shutdown of the company raises concerns of problems with the economy and whether an inexpensive alternative exists. Los Angeles community members are struggling with how they will access affordable goods at big retail chains. 99-cents store customer Samuel Rivera believes that the store closure will prevent access to cheap food for his community.
It will affect a lot of people because most of the people that low income, they come and shop over here. They find mostly everything over here, food and groceries and whatever you need. It's better to go over here instead of spending more money at other stores.
Customer and USC student Brian Johnson feels that there are not enough stores selling low-cost goods like the 99-cent stores.
But I feel like Ralph's and like other stores are just, their prices keep raising for just general groceries. So I feel like this was a really good option that we no longer will have, unfortunately.
Mike Simonik, who will be stepping down as interim chief executive officer, released a statement in the company's press release announcing why the company will be closing.
Unfortunately, the last several years have presented significant and lasting challenges in the retail environment, including the unprecedented impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, shifting consumer demand, rising levels of shrink, persistent inflationary pressures, and other macroeconomic headwinds, all of which have greatly hindered the company's ability to operate.
Francisco Roman, clinical professor of accounting at USC Marshall, believes the shutdown is due to several economic factors.
There's a profit motive. They are not in the business of being altruistic, an altruistic organization, and inflation is what basically drove them out of business, combined or coupled with the pandemic.
Roman thinks that the closure will negatively affect customers.
But a lot of people are going to suffer here in the LA community.
The closure of the 99-cents only stores will impact LA residents and their access to quality, affordable goods in an economy of rising prices. For Annenberg Media, I'm Lana Diab.
Costco recently launched a partnership with telehealth platform Sesame. As part of the program, customers could potentially be prescribed drugs like Ozempic. But what does this mean for the usage of the drug moving forward? Ginny Kim has the story.
The next time you stop by Costco for a $2 pizza slice or bulk granola bars, you might be able to pick something else up, Ozempic. For Costco members, it's $179 for the 3-month subscription period. Along with doctor consultations and nutrition guidance, the program can also prescribe weight loss drugs like Ozempic, but it'll come at an extra price. Users can expect to spend between $950 to $1,600 a month. Injectable drugs like Ozempic are used for weight loss by many celebrities, but they're intended for type 2 diabetes patients who have high blood sugar. We spoke to Costco shoppers who are on Ozempic to treat their diabetes. Customer Wendy Weaver reacted to the drug being in the weight loss program.
I thought since there's a shortage of it, it was supposed to be really prescribed for people with diabetes first.
She said that Ozempic has helped control her blood sugar levels.
So it helps. I mean, I think it's a good thing. I don't know about just for weight loss.
Other customers with diabetes, like Churchai Sautier, said weight loss isn't their primary use for Ozempic.
This, my doctor prescribed to me, so it's helped me with the weight loss, but mainly it's for lower the blood sugar.
Costco prescribing Ozempic brings up concerns about making this drug more accessible to non-diabetes patients, since it's not FDA approved for weight loss specifically. But USC professor Scott Konoski, a co-director of the USC Diabetes and Obesity Research Institute, says that increasing accessibility is a net positive.
Making Ozempic and other GLP-1 analogs that are used for weight loss or diabetes more affordable is certainly a good thing.
Konoski said Ozempic is safe and effective, but research has only been conducted with people who have diabetes and or obesity.
The impact of these GLP-1 analogs in healthy, lean individuals is it's more poorly understood. So there's just a lot that we don't know about.
Ozempic has been labeled a miracle drug by some online. Konoski, however, says it shouldn't be presented as the best and only solution for weight loss.
I think that our society would benefit from focusing more on prevention and differences in lifestyle and the food landscape, if you will, because these drugs, they're not preventing anything. They're just dealing with a problem once it's already there.
So next time you stop for groceries, look into getting an Ozempic prescription if you meet the necessary health requirements. And make sure you speak to your healthcare provider about what's best for you. For Annenberg Media, I'm Ginny Kim.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night.
After yesterday's total solar eclipse, many are planning to donate their glasses to Eclipse Glasses USA. The glasses will be sent over to K-12 students in Chile and Argentina, where another solar eclipse will happen on October 2nd. This story was reported by Catherine Stewart-Chafu and AC Schick. Eclipse Glasses USA, the Eclipse Glasses retailer, has been around since the 2017 solar eclipse. Teachers Roger Sarkis and his wife Alyssa were motivated to start their company after observing the impact this eclipse had on their students. They wanted to ensure everyone could experience the wonder of solar eclipses in a safe manner, promising high-quality, ISO-certified eclipse glasses with features embedded to prevent eye damage. In past solar eclipses, Sarkis also tried to encourage those who bought Eclipse glasses to not just throw them away, but send them to Eclipse Glasses USA headquarters so they could be repurposed and used for other solar eclipses around the world. Up until this year, Sarkis admits the number of recycled glasses his company received was nothing substantial.
But this time, at the current rate that we're going, there's easily 50,000 that people have said that they will ship to me. Again, it's only one day later.
Sarkis credits the dramatic increase of donations to the City of St. Louis's recycling department. They reached out for general information about Eclipse Glasses USA. After they promoted the company on their Facebook page, big-name media corporations and news outlets began contacting Sarkis, eager to spread the word. Since then, the company has received thousands of emails regarding how to donate their glasses. Sarkis recommends slipping the glasses into an envelope, sticking on a stamp, and shipping them out to the company headquarters. From that point, Sarkis and his wife will get the glasses where they need to go. Along with being manufactured in the US, the glasses need to meet certain guidelines to be accepted before they are sent out to Chile and Argentina for the October 2nd eclipse.
The first condition is they do have to bear the ISO logo, the ISO 12312-2 requirement. In order for them to be legitimately ISO certified or compliant, the glasses must contain the manufacturer's name, address, and contact information, and the seller's name, contact information, and preferably their location as well.
There is such importance in donating these glasses that goes beyond recycling and repurposing, according to Sarkis.
So there's two parts of this human experience, the one where you get to experience it directly, and then helping someone else experience it directly. And I think that's pretty incredible.
I'm Nandini Mani, and we're glad you're with us for From Where We Are.
And I'm Malcolm Caminero. It is 18 minutes past the hour. Up next, we focus on USC stories. Solar eclipse glasses, Judd Apatow stops by on campus, and board operator by day, DJ by night, we hear from a performer at USC's Spring Fest. This weekend, USC Kung Fu traveled across the pond to compete in the 25th annual Collegiate Wushu Tournament. The Trojans took home a handful of medals, and our very own Eric Ye was one of them, placing gold in advanced other weapons. Issa Johnson interviewed him today.
I started all the way back in 3rd grade, and it really was, I wouldn't say forced, but it was my dad, in the sense that it was like he wanted me to learn something of the Chinese culture. You know, the basic weapons you have, your staff, broadsword, and straight sword. And those are ones that everyone kind of picks up. Those are like your foundations, and then you get to more advanced, like spear, pudao, hook swords, and whatnot, the chain whip. I know like in ancient times, this weapon was used in like wars in China and everything, like horse cutter. It's like people would ride on horses with these, or not even not. At one point, I was like, I guess, I wasn't having as much fun. I would still go, you know, it's definitely a good way to keep yourself active. And maybe my coach saw it in me. So then one of these times, I'm from Maryland, and the University of Maryland holds their annual University Wushu Games every December. So he brought a bunch of us from the school to go watch. And then in that moment was what like, it was like a light switch. It would just give me like a goal. Be like, that's what's next. Me and 12 other club members from USC Kung Fu attended the 25th annual Collegiate Wushu Tournament. This year was hosted by UCLA, so it was like right in our backyard. I personally competed in 2 events: advanced male staff and advanced male other weapon. Like some of the first-time competitors, they won, and not only did they win, they won gold. And I think we're finally starting to get our name amongst other schools across the nation that have been here. I didn't compete till the afternoon, but the whole team just came together. We all got there at 7 a.m. and rooted each other on.
The scores are Eric Yin, 8.45, 8.45, 8.35.
McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
Oh, they let you pick any name you want when you get down there.
And you landed on McLovin.
Yeah, I was between that and Muhammad.
Some say it's easy to find celebrities walking down the street in Hollywood. Others say it might be more common to find them on USC's campus. Earlier today, the comedy legend and SCA alum, Judd Apatow, stopped by campus and made an appearance at the Comedy Writers and Their Work class, according to the USC Cinema Instagram account. The screenwriting students had the chance to talk with Apatow and even take a class selfie with him. Offered to all majors as CTWR 430, the class investigates comedy writers, genres, and the works they've influenced. Class lectures include movie screenings and, as you can see, visiting screenwriters. Now, this isn't the first time Apatow came to USC. His last appearance was in 2019 when he received the Oki Award at SCA. But awards are common for Apatow, as he's produced The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Step Brothers, Superbad, and many other comedic masterpieces. But remember, don't skip class, because at USC, you never know who's going to stop by. This story was reported by Dylan Brazier.
A recent break-in to a student apartment near campus has students concerned for their safety. For more on this... Yeah.
Nandini, I recently went to a music festival this week.
But I thought Coachella was this weekend.
I don't have bread like that. Relax. I'm talking about the Spring Fest that happened on campus. Our board operator, Grayson Solomon, who was also a successful campus DJ, even opened for Spring Fest last weekend. And now we're turning the mic over to him to tell us about it. Grayson?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, so last Saturday I opened up at Spring Fest on the student stage. Back in February in my music industry class, my classmate, she had mentioned that she was part of the concert committee, and I told her that I wanted a chance to perform there. So she sent me an application when the applications opened. I applied and I was selected. As for the festival, I DJ'd the very beginning around 4:30 when the doors opened. I played some Travis Scott, old and new Kanye, some Bad Bunny, and some Jersey Club remixes for patrons walking in. And in proper DJ fashion, I brought out my friend VMW Cream, who is an up-and-coming rapper, to do some songs. And he even threw out some McChickens in the crowd since he came on his lunch break from McDonald's to perform. Now that's what I call dedication. I'm only a sophomore, but ever since I got to USC last year, I've always wanted to be a part of live events at the concert committees put on for the students. So opening for the fest was something I can cross off my USC bucket list. Here's a snippet of my set from Saturday. I got a couple sets at USC coming up this weekend and later this month that you can find the details to on my Instagram at DJDays_. That's DJDAYS_. And you can follow me on SoundCloud to hear some more of my mixes at soundcloud.com/daysworldwide. Now that's enough yapping from me. Back to you guys.
Appreciate it, Grayson. That's awesome. Let us know. I'm checking out your next show.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
A recent break-in into a student apartment near campus has students concerned for their safety. For more on the story, here's Dylan Brazier.
The women who experienced an alleged burglary and trespasser at their apartment, located just off campus, were left questioning how USC prioritizes student safety. They were not satisfied by the LAPD and DPS's response to the incident on Thursday. The apartment's residents sat down with ARN to share their experiences. Melissa Ayala, one of the roommates, told us her initial interactions with DPS following the break-in.
And the DPS officer kind of just like tells you the same thing, like, yeah, we're going to put out this report, but can't really do much besides that, like literally just reporting. And he basically just told us like, yeah, like I'm just gonna patrol the area essentially. And that was pretty much it. And he gave us like the report number.
For those who missed the Trojan alert last week, the suspect allegedly invaded their apartment on West 30th Street by breaking in through a window. It was live streamed via the Citizen app and watched by many USC students. But inside the building, the residents were undergoing a frightening experience. Ayala said they were shocked at what they saw and started recording on their phones.
We looked up and then we all realized like this was literally the dude that had just burglarized us. And so, you know, in general, reacting to that, we kind of just like sat there and like we're like, what the heck do we do? Like we didn't say anything amongst each other. And he literally said something along the lines of like, I'm back, guys, or like, I'm back, blah, blah, blah. And he had a Swiffer in his hand. And we have a video of all of this.
Melina Quiles said the assailant then grabbed their taser out of a basket, but did not seem like he intended to harm or steal from them.
We were in like our kitchen, so I grabbed a knife from the thing and I just said like, get the F out. And then he was like, no, he was like, I just want some food. Like, I'm your friend. And I was like, no, like, leave. And he grabbed like a couple things. Like it seemed like he wasn't like breaking in like with the intention of stealing something. It more seemed like the whole like smashing the window thing was like a retaliation for us like not letting him in.
Outside, 6:20 p.m. on Thursday, there were more than 10 DPS and LAPD vehicles on the premises. The LAPD did not attempt to enter the building until almost 10 p.m. 20 minutes later, the suspect climbed onto the roof of the building by breaking a glass window. LAPD said they disengaged the suspect around 12:30 a.m., but the suspect remained on the property until the next morning, when he was finally arrested according to the footage taken by students and residents on the scene. DPS and LAPD issued separate statements about the incidents. An official LAPD response released at 5:50 p.m. stated,
After negotiations and the suspect's noncompliance, the LAPD supervisor made the decision to tactically disengage, and the suspect was not taken into custody.
David Carlisle, the DPS assistant chief, gave the following statement.
The situation you are referring to was handled by the LAPD. They made all the decisions. DPS was there in a supporting role.
Carlisle gave a follow-up statement shortly after.
The suspect was arrested at the location the next morning by LAPD officers. DPS received the original call the day before, but turned the investigation over to the LAPD. We supported LAPD by helping set up a perimeter around the building to keep people away from the scene and directing traffic. Whatever support LAPD requested.
However, Quiles told ARN she and her roommates were left feeling helpless after speaking with law enforcement. This is what it was like in her own words.
Eventually, I got a hold of a sergeant who proceeded to tell me that he was in a position where he could get hurt if they tried to get him down from the building, and he felt like it would be a liability issue. So they had, allegedly, they had no choice but to disengage. And I asked him, like, well, are you guys going to go back and, like, try to get the guy? And they're like, unless there's another incident, we won't go back and try to arrest him. And I was like, and I explained exactly how we were all feeling in that moment, where it was like, okay, this guy has come back to our apartment multiple times, like, so it's going to take him coming back to our apartment again and potentially harming one of us, like, for them to do something. And they basically were like, yeah.
The assailant has since been arrested. As for residents, they have to remain in the building until their lease ends. They are considering pursuing legal action against their landlord. For Annenberg Media, I'm Dylan Brazier.
And that's all we have time for on today's From Where We Are. AC Schick directed, Sana Mahmood, Eric Trevino, and Issa Johnson produced today's show. We also had help from Heather McMeos, Catherine Stewart-Chafu, and Marcel Lacey.
Our board operator is Grayson Solomon and also part-time DJ. Our live stream manager is Tony Fajardo. Our coach is Mallory Cara. Our technical advisor is Sebastian Gruber. And Derek Renfro composed our theme music.
Catch us live on YouTube at Annenberg Radio News Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. on the dot. Subscribe to From Where We Are, wherever you're listening right now. And finally, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Annenberg Radio. I'm Malcolm Caminero.
And I'm Nandini Mani. From all of us at Annenberg Radio, wherever you are, we hope you'll join us again for
From Where We Are.